Benvenuti scholars, my channel is all about helping you graduate with your doctorate. And today I'm going to introduce a valuable tool to get you there. Conducting interviews provides the data for your dissertation, so asking the right open-ended, semi-structured, and focus group questions is key to the success of your collection and subsequent data analysis. Astute doctoral learners will know that getting experts to review their interview questions, whether added as open-ended questions to a questionnaire, semi-structured question interviews, or posed to a focus group, will add to the trustworthiness of their overall study. Additionally, feedback from this expert panel will help provide valuable insight about how to rethink and or reword some of those questions in order to improve the data collection process. I have collaborated with 3 other academic scholars, Dr. Joe Markette, Dr. Brianna Parsons, and Dr. Ronald Berman, to create the EPR Expert Panel Review Form to make getting clear and valuable feedback from an expert panel member easier. Check out the description box below for a free-to-use printout. So here we are on page 1. Oh, you may want to download the document in the description box and open it on your second screen. You have a second screen, right? That is always one of my first tips to doctoral learners to help them work more efficiently. Okay, now that you have that on your second screen, notice that this first page asks an expert panel member to fill in their credentials at the top. For you, the doctoral learner, to fill out basic information about your study. The title, the problem and purpose statements, the name of the theory, and its author and year of conception. Finally, you must provide the components of the theory. All of this information not only builds the credibility of your study by establishing the academic background of your expert panel member, but also provides that panel member a context for the questions that you will be providing for evaluation. Moving on to page 2, here you will enter your semi-structured interview questions. We will call them SSIQs. Notice that you will first type in each research question from your proposal in the block to the right, RQ1, RQ2, and RQ3. Just copy and paste those directly from your proposal. If you have more than 3 RQs, then feel free to add more tables to accommodate what is accurate to your study. Just copy one of these tables and paste it below the table for RQ3. On the other hand, if you have fewer than 3 RQs, then just delete one or more of these tables. After entering your RQs directly from your proposal in the space to the right, then fill in your SSIQs that relate only to that RQ in the spaces below. There are enough spaces for 3 SSIQs for each RQ, but again, feel free to add or delete more rows to accurately reflect your study. That takes care of page 2. Pages 3 and 4 act as a unit, and this is for the expert panel member to fill out as they reflect on what you provided on page 2. On these 2 pages, the expert panel member will either enter an X in the column to the right of the criterion, or provide a comment for improvements in the next block to the right. There are 3 categories for the expert panel member to evaluate: alignment of each SSIQ to the associated RQ, organization of the questions, and verbiage of the questions. Page 5 begins section B, open-ended questionnaire questions. Sometimes doctoral learners will opt to send out a questionnaire with open-ended questions as one of their forms of data. Not all learners include this, so if this is not part of your study, please delete pages 5 through 7 of this EPR form before sending it to your expert panel. You don't want to confuse anyone with extraneous pages that do not apply to your study. On the other hand, if section B does apply to you, the directions are very simple. Just follow the same format from page 2. Copy and paste your RQs directly from your proposal, and then add the related open-ended questions. We are calling these OEQs. Again, add or delete questions or tables as applicable to your study. As we move to pages 6 and 7, you'll notice that these pages are identical to pages 3 and 4, but now the expert panel member will be evaluating the OEQs from page 5. Now page 8 begins section C, focus group questions. Similar to section B, if you will not be conducting focus group interviews, then please delete pages 8 through 11 of this form before sending it to your expert panel member. However, if you are using focus groups, you, the doctoral learner, will be filling out this page to provide context to your expert panel member. Please note which type of focus group you are employing. For example, there are single focus groups, two-way focus groups, member checking focus groups, and more. Your expert reviewer needs to know this. Please read each of these prompts and either enter an X in the yes or no column. Make sure to fill in the boxes where you are prompted to explain or define your focus group. There is also a box for additional or special comments that you would like to provide to your expert panel member. If there is more relevant information about your focus group the above table did not address. As you look at page 9, you should recognize it is identical to pages 2 and 5. Just follow those same directions. There should be a sense of familiarity as you glance at pages 10 and 11. These will be filled out by the expert panel member as they evaluate the FGQs on page 9. Again, they will be providing feedback for alignment, organization, and verbiage of your FGQs. Let's recap this video with the reason why using some kind of expert panel review form, whether this one or another one, is important. It adds trustworthiness to your study. According to Korstjens and Moser 2018, trustworthiness reassures the reader and the research community that results from a qualitative study may be trusted. Whether you reference those scholars or others who address trustworthiness, you'll want to include this justification in your dissertation proposal and subsequent dissertation. For your convenience, I provided the citation of Korstjens and Moser in the description box below. I hope you found this step-by-step tutorial on how to use the EPR Expert Panel Review Form helpful as you work through your qualitative data collection. As noted earlier, the EPR is available as a printable in the description box below. Remember, it's free and open to use with proper citation in your proposal and subsequent dissertation. That citation format is provided on the form and it should be showing on your screen now as well. Again, I want to recognize Dr. Joe Markette, Dr. Brianna Parsons, and Dr. Ronald Berman as co-authors of this tool. It was a pleasure to work with all of them in this team effort to bring value to you on your doctoral journey. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Let me help get you to graduation.